Hi everyone. A bit spontaneous. Well, not spontaneous in the fact that I wasn't going to ride. I was definitely going to ride today. I just didn't know when I was going to ride. So, yeah, here we are. Come to me. Thank you. Right. Pidcock's on one. Pidcock is on one. Hey Keith, long time no see in the chat. Long time no see. Better get the fan on. Afternoon. Oh, you raced the previous one. How'd it go? It's a pretty cruel course, though, isn't it? Very, very unforgiving. Up and down, up and down. Funny. Companion app says I've got no power up. Cheers, Vic. How's things in Texas, Tim? Should have saved my feather for that. Hasn't been that long since I've eaten, so I may well get a stitch doing this. Which is a shame, because if I was doing this properly, I'd rather not have a stitch. Nice big group here though. See if I can do a bit of drafting like Gus. Keep that heart rate low. Keep it polarized. He does, Lord, yeah. That's doing it. Save that feather this time. I wonder if I can sneak inside the top 200 on this one. Yeah, this course is tough. It's very tough. Trying to find like rest periods on it. Looks like I'm in a fairly big blob here, which is good because there's a fair few smaller blobs in front that might get swallowed. Punch. That's why I thought it'd be good to just ease me back into it, Keith, because I can kind of have a couple of simple efforts using the terrain rather than actually you know what I mean. Nice to ride on, Niels. Oof, it's strung out. Yeah, messy. Cheers, boss. Hey Ellen, how are you doing? so close to the back of this group. Hey, Charlie's alright, yeah, thanks. I'll have to get in with this blob behind. I couldn't make it to that blob. Well, I said I couldn't make it to that blob. I couldn't make it to that blob without going like 160, 170 beats per minute. I'll save that for the end. As long as I keep my heart rate lowish, I'll reward myself with a little stab at the end. I know, Lord. Tell me about it. Oh, thanks for the ride on, Keith. Oh, another climb. Hey, Craig. Welcome. Yeah, it certainly does, doesn't it, Nils? It certainly does. The bare minimum. Bare minimum. I don't know, it's probably because I've eaten so close to getting on the bike today. I'm getting like some stomach cramps, but that's nothing that doesn't usually happen when I eat too close to exercise. I don't feel any different. I just feel like I've not ridden the bike in anger for 5 weeks. I feel like I need to fill the lungs. Every corner of the lungs need to be filled. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the messages as well. Some of you messaged me yesterday. Some of you even phoned me yesterday. I appreciate the messages. The key is consistency now. Just keep plodding away. Tomorrow I'll do a ride as well, and we'll see what that ride will be like after today's ride. Cheers, Niels. What's our first event plan next year? I think it might be the Marmot at the beginning of July. Oh, this is grippy up here. This is grippy. Or what events are there earlier in the year, Tyler? I mean, I've got little projects. I wouldn't call them events. Like my 7 watt per kilo for 20 minutes is a project. It's not an event, so. Oh. Power, I just don't know what power feels like anymore. I just went straight up to 350 watts. Legs are so fresh. You just like stomp and there's no feedback. It feels okay, Mark, it feels okay. Hopefully this ride will be about an hour as well, so it'll be a nice hopefully I'll accumulate a little bit of time in zone 3 and probably a little bit of zone 4 naturally during this ride rather than structured, so oh, better not lose the back of this group. And someone freewheels. Good job. Oh yeah. Just about got back on. Skills. Oh, how much time do you need to accumulate in zone 1? Well, there is no, is it? There is none. There is no adaptation in zone 1. Unless you're looking for fat adaptation. Talking about training adaptation, jeez. You'd have to be riding zone 1 every day. All day. Thanks, Lee. Oh, how much time do you need? Well, if I was to spend 20 minutes now accumulated in zone 3 for this session, it's obviously not the same as doing 20 minutes in a zone 3 block, 20 minutes one block. But when you start getting back into sessions, accumulating the time in zone is likely better than just going in and doing big blocks. Yeah, there's still some EDMODE t-shirts available. The last New York stage was yesterday, Lee, so I'm riding it at a different intensity today, so I can't really compare. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mr. Pitt, I know what you mean. Yeah, I get that, Keith. I get that, definitely. Hey, Simon. And relax. Halfway. Yeah, still tracking resting heart rate. So resting heart rate used to be about 46, 48. It's now about 55. And it has been since COVID, so. It has not, it's not declined. Well, it was higher when I had the illness. My resting heart rate was about 70. And now my resting heart rate is down to about 55, so. It's nearly there, but of course, with all this rest and detraining, my heart rate has naturally increased. Anyway, my resting heart rate has naturally increased. So it's difficult to kind of compare notes on it. It was a very limited run, Lee. We put an order in for a very small number, because of the risk of them not selling. But weirdly, most of them went out of stock the first 6 hours. So I apologise for that. The next lot that's coming in is the watt per kilo is a piece of cake t-shirt. So it won't be the EDMODE t-shirt. But when we order them next time, there'll be more numbers, because I made a note of it. I'm sure it does, Lee. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does, Keith. You never lose it, do you? 7 years, you never lose it. I still don't think I'm fully clear of COVID. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know. Things still don't taste right, so my taste buds have still taken a knock. Sorry, Vic. No idea. Yannick asks if I'm going to be doing any testing to reassess. No. I won't be doing any testing because the testing will be too hard for the fitness that I'm at the minute. Or rather, where I am at my comeback. So I won't bother with testing for a couple of weeks until I've got myself back into the routine of pedaling a bike again. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter where my FTP is, because you can kind of guess where it is based on experience and where you feel your heart rate corresponds to where your new FTP is, that you can kind of guess. So for me, I know with experience my heart rate and my power has dropped through a month of inactivity. My FTP drops almost always down to 330. So I've set it at 325 to be sure. And 325 FTP was where I was 7 years ago. So it's interesting how you can lose, or rather I can get down to 325 in a month of no riding. And when that's what my training was, that's what my FTP was, like when I started training seriously. Nice one, Tommy. Zach, maybe that's why the team stayed away. Didn't select him because they saw that he trained through something he maybe shouldn't have trained through. And raced, rather. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, 100%, yeah, I do drop fast and I do gain fast. That's what happens when you have all those years of training behind you. Yeah, 100% Keith. But you still got to remember, we're all human. Some of us just have a bigger down, a different starting point. Everybody's different though. I mean, the cyclist in question, Zach, could well have had very mild symptoms and nothing happened. But it could explain why, I don't know, maybe he's not firing on all cylinders. Well, I certainly think so anyway. Like the way I feel, I'm surprised he's still able to do the power he's able to do, quite frankly. Cheers, Bowser. Okay. I reckon I might be able to nudge the top 200. Goodness knows what's happening in the front. Must be chaos. Nah, Robin, you missed your chance, bud. You missed your chance. Or rather, now is a good time to say what you want about me. Now is the time to say that. But you might forget, of course, that I started off where you were once. And I coach a lot of people who have a far lower FTP than yourself. So I'm exposed to it every day. I know exactly the pain you go through. So like behind. Oof. Only a couple of people behind me. Ah, blummin' heck. Not the ribs. Oh, 100% Paul, yeah, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, your body's fighting its own stress with that, isn't it? It doesn't need bike riding stress on top of it. Let's be fair. Cheers, fictional TP. I thought they said fictional FTP then. Oh, belly first. Yikes. Oh, I missed my chance to recover there. Or maybe not. Tuck, 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 tuck. Just. Afternoon, David. Do you know what I might do? I might test the last 5 or 10 second sprint. See what that's like on fresh legs. On very fresh legs. Out of curiosity. Oh! Oh no. Let's see. Because it'll be nice to crack the top 200. Oh, there's some blobbing happening here. I reckon it could be 1,000 watts, mine. I won't be surprised. Or we might be very unsurprised. And it could be terrible. Either way, interesting experiment. Is this a lap group? I think it is. Uh-oh. And boom. As we gain speed. Well, this is tricky. Oh, this is a mess. Where's everybody in our front group gone? Well, the thing is, I lost all my taste and smell roading, so I didn't really eat anything. Oh no, I gotta get on this group because there's no one behind. Up. 410 watts. Yeah, I was unwell with COVID, yeah. Me and Charlie. Charlie a bit worse, because I think she was exposed to it a lot more in the hospital. She was sick, taste and smell gone, fatigue, headache, well, migraines. And the same with me, except I wasn't sick. I've just been, like, the fatigue was so weird. The fatigue was a bit of a shock, to be honest. Hey Kev, just in time. I wonder if I can get across this little group with this group. Coming up to the last lap. Hey Danny. Little punch. Oof. Oh, that group's getting away. Don't speak too soon. That felt good. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay inside that top 200. Right. It's interesting the heart rate goes up. See if it comes down. There's that little stitch coming through from the food I had not that long ago. That's a good question, Craig. So when Charlie tested positive, obviously I had to stay inside with her and shelter for 14 days. So I decided to take time off then, like there and then, because I thought that taking fatigue into COVID would be a bad idea, potentially. And so, I don't know whether that was just me, like, thinking I would just be a little bit safer or something, I don't know, but I just thought, why would I take more fatigue into it, risking, like, I would potentially get it anyway, because I'd be living with her like 24/7. Well, obviously I got it then, so then I took the time off when I had it, and yeah, I mean, that's about it really. I just ended up taking the time off then until I was feeling okay. Now it's definitely more a case of day by day. I mean, I can taste, but I can't. Chocolate and peanut butter tastes different to what it tasted to before. I don't know what it tastes like, but it just doesn't taste like chocolate and peanut butter. So, like, Charlie will tell you, like, I'm not eating chocolate or peanut butter now. It's not a bad thing, I guess, but yeah, I didn't know what the right choice would be, to be honest, Phil. Phil the vegan. So I just assumed that, you know, if I was to have fatigue or if my body was fighting something off, I just wouldn't do anything to aggravate it. It tastes bitter, yeah, but it also tastes like, you know when you taste like that blood sensation after a hard effort? It tastes like that. Maybe I'm tasting blood though. I have not, Mick. See, I feel like I don't have another effort in me now, after that little effort. I suppose this is how it does feel when your heart rate doesn't come down. Well, I get that in like the elite races, when I can't attack as much, because I'm working harder, but Phil actually asked me if I wanted a race tomorrow morning. It's a handicap time trial at 9:30 tomorrow morning, I think. I think he just wants to beat me. I said I'd see how I feel after this. Put a bit of colour on my graph. Yeah, that's a good way of explaining it, Craig. That's a really good way of explaining it. Yeah, that's exactly what I felt in my legs. They just felt like, yeah, my bones ached, basically, yeah. Yeah, we're doing lots of different distances, Danny. Riding every day, basically. Some days only 40k, I think the longest day is 90k. So it shouldn't be too long indoors, to be honest. Yeah, nice one, Niels. Oh gosh, this is messy. Yes, there'll be invites. There'll be invites. We'll have to do like a tag, like RF5 for Rafa Festive 500. We'll do a tag like that or something. Because Zwift won't have us do it, basically. I don't think the top 200 is doable now, because the group split up. I'm not going to sprint against. Yeah, distance is irrelevant. It'd be the time you spend outdoors. Time you spend on the bike, I mean. Whew. No idea, Robin. No idea. Yeah, we've tried doing that with Zwift. They're not accepting any new. You don't lose the hunger for the finish line. I tell you that for nothing. You don't. That's it, innit? Like, as soon as you see the finish line, you're like, ugh. Oh, I'm out of water. So I bring my heart rate down now, though. Sub 1 watt per kilo. Hey Ian, thanks for that. It was only a small bit though, wasn't it, Mr. Pitt? It was only a small bit. Let's see what happens tomorrow when we wake up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, thanks Ian. You can ride to me anytime, man. You know, I'm not afraid to ride at this pace. I'm not afraid to ride at this pace. I ride at this pace all the time with the people locally who ride for the cycling club. Just so you know. What's the jersey? It's the ugly Christmas jersey that you can choose on Zwift. Do you know where to find it, or shall I show you? Shall I show you where it is? Oh. I wonder what the TSS will be from that then. Oh, I never flex. I never flex. That's not in my DNA. It's gone dark in here now. Sunset's at 4 o'clock almost, so. Oh. Ooh, 58, that's a good shout actually. 58 TSS is a good shout for an hour there. With a little bit of colour in the graph. We'll see now. I think that's the highest speed I've done. Obviously we had a blob as well. That's the most distance I've covered in an hour with that elevation on Zwift for a long time. At least in the last week or so anyway. I gotta jump off now because Charlie's jumping on. She's not streaming though. Oh. Thanks everybody. Oh my word. Oh, I feel a bit weird now. Not weird in a bad way, like weird as in my body's just gone, what was that? What was that you've just done? I don't think it definitely wasn't 1,000 watts. But it was better than average, I'd say. 937 is definitely better than our average we usually get in a sprint, so our best 5 seconds is 9:16. $9.83. Get out of here. Get out of here. 983. Are you having a giraffe? What the F? What? Oh my word. New PB up to 6 seconds. Yeah, almost 7 seconds. Well, I've always said that my peak kind of anything under, I don't know, 30 seconds probably comes after a big rest period. And it's weird because when you take a rest period, notoriously your fast twitch fibers slowly change into slow twitch. So it's very strange. It's very strange how I managed to produce my best sprint numbers after a rest period. If I was to go outside now, 1,000 watts would be pretty close. But that's a new, I mean, that's, I can't even remember the last time I did that. Okay, granted, that's probably a little bit of a blip, actually, given the drop there, but still. I think as well, worth noting that my, now that's definitely not a flex. It's worth noting as well that my my Zwift power numbers, so the ones you see in the top left corner while I'm riding, they average 3 seconds. So so what you see is not necessarily what I'm putting out. Yeah, see what happens when your body's rested. Yeah, now let's see what I can do for 20 minutes. Is this also pre-COVID watts? Yeah, these. So that sprint beats any sprint I've ever done on Zwift. Well, ever, yeah, ever. That sprint. Obviously, I didn't go into it as tired because the ride is fairly easy. But like, to be quite frank, like. Muscles are still strong. I mean, it was only a short effort, obviously. I'm pretty excited, actually, for the WTRL Season 2. I saw, like, a sneak preview of some of the races, some of the events. There's the Innsbruck after party, KOM after party, so I'm going to have to fight badly on that climb, because it's going to be 15 minutes, 60 minutes of pain. But that'll be the end of January, so we've got a fair few weeks, hopefully. It's just how long I can hold 7 up a kilo challenge coming back. Not quite. Not quite. I will try and do that though, as soon as I'm confident enough to go deep for, you know, a prolonged amount of time. Then yes, we'll bring back that challenge. Let's just do a quick calculation actually. What my 4 second or 5 second. So I weigh 61 kilos now. So 935 divided by 61. That's 15.3 watts per kilo for 4 seconds. Which ain't bad. But it is only for 4 seconds. Yeah, to be fair, that's a very simple way of looking at it, isn't it, Mick? Very simple way of looking at it. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now, guys, because it's been an hour, and I don't want to neglect my recovery now that I'm coming back. So I appreciate you watching. As always, you definitely keep me motivated, accountable, and you certainly allow me to have some fun. So thanks for watching. Another 44 TSS in the bank. Another hour of riding in the bank. A new average power for this prep. 195 average for an hour, which is the highest I've done. And what was my average heart rate actually? Or is he not going to tell me? Oh, 140 for 200 watts. Well, normalized would have been more, obviously. So 140 for, let's say, a normalized of 205. Still quite high, but at least we're you can see the vast majority there is in kind of green and yellow in the heart rate area. So ideally, if we were to obviously see signs of improvement, the average would stay the same and that heart rate would start to edge more in that green in the zone 2. But it is what it is for the time being. We might see you tomorrow for a live stream. Phil Lovett, Bike Racing Not Mercy, streaming tomorrow as well. I think, all being well. In the morning, 9:30 or 9-ish. So 9-ish, yeah, just don't take my word for it, it's 9-ish. Thanks for watching, everybody. Maybe you'll allow us to come along eventually. Festive 500 starts soon, Lord. Starts soon. Right. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.